Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome back to the Colorado Tech Lions Dynasty. Now, we are sitting here at 2-5, 1-2 in the Big 12, though, so at least we have one conference win. And there's no game bigger than this one on our schedule due to the fact that West Virginia is the number 7 team in the country, and we have our top recruit visiting this week in Smoke Wyatt. He is an outside linebacker, the number 1 in the country, and he has a lot of potential to get a lot of points during this visit based on the outcome of this game. But this won't be easy. West Virginia has a ton of stars, including redshirt freshman running back Kevin Presley, who is over 1,000 yards, one of the best young backs in the country right now. And then they have a pretty good defense. They force turnovers, they get after the quarterback, they do it all. You can see they do it as a team as well. They have a ton of guys with just 1 sack, like 7 guys. And they also force interceptions. They have 9 total on the year. So here we go at home. Can we somehow pull this game off? Let's get this underway as West Virginia starts out with the ball wearing their alternate gray uniforms. And here comes Kevin Presley, one of the most impressive backs in the country this year. And we start out today on defense. Here's a handoff going right away to Presley up the middle. It's a gain of 11. If we want to have any chance in this game, we have to shut down Presley. 1st and 10 now after that first down run. Here is Williams, the quarterback. He is more of a pocket passer running the option. He pitches it out to Presley for a gain of 3. Now up front, we have been struggling to get after the quarterback this year. Hopefully we can get there in the second half, or at least the last few games of the season, as there's a throw across the middle to Eric Mills for a gain of 11. We're setting the pressure on this play now. 2nd and 7, barely getting rid of it to Presley, and that one is going to be taken to the 10. And tackled at about the 9 is Kevin Presley. It's a gain of 37 on the arrow route. It looked like the pressure was getting right in his face, and it looked like Alec Robinson almost had the sack. So 1st and goal, Presley up the middle. This is going to be a gain of 2. As now they're inside the 10-yard line, bringing it to a 3rd and goal. They come out here with 3 wide receivers out there. Presley next to the quarterback, Williams. They throw to Presley out of the backfield. It's a touchdown. Andy Williams 4 of 5 on the first drive and throws it right into the face of pressure. And Presley, their star running back, is in for the touchdown. It is 7-0. So here is BJ back out onto the field for the first time today. A tackle in the backfield. Loss of 4 yards. You know our offense is settling around BJ Johnson running the football as he throws deep to Jackson. Jackson on a 2nd and long. This one is too far for everybody. Incomplete, bringing it to a 3rd and 14. Here is Johnson in the pocket, facing pressure off the right side, and that one is almost picked off. He was looking for Mookie Richardson downfield and just sails that one way over his head. So here is Presley backing onto the field, running the football, and he takes it up the middle, breaking a tackle. It's a gain of 30. This kid is impressive. He's over 1,000 yards for a reason. He's at 50 yards rushing here in this game. At the 32 now, running an option with Williams, taking it to the right side. There is Bo Rocky on the stop in the backfield, loss of 2. So now 2nd and 12, backed up at about the 34-yard line now. Another option, and there is Rocky again. Another loss of 2 yards. Bo Rocky, the sophomore, making a couple plays in the backfield. So now that brings it to a 3rd and 14. Williams moves, throws, and he's got a man. It's Mills again. Eric Mills, 20-yard gain on that one. And sometimes the game gets you stuck in these weird animations. It did not let me dive after the quarterback at all on that. It was weird. So here's Williams now. First down play. This is going to be up the middle. It's a touchdown. 14-0 start here for West Virginia. And now CTU down by a couple of scores. We need to put together a nice scoring drive on this one. Here is BJ moving to the right side, stopping, throwing. Mookie Richardson open downfield. It's a gain of 27, and it's our first big play of the game. We're across the 50 officially. Here's B.J. Johnson, a quarterback keeper. And that one will be about a gain of 5 yards, as that brings us to about the 43. Read option called, handoff to Adrian Johnson, bounces off a tackle, still on his feet and spins. Gain of 17 for the 5'8 running back, Adrian Johnson. Hasn't been overly impressive with his yardage this year so far, but here we are trying to run the football. Kentrell Kraft on the jet sweep, and he picks up a few, bringing it to a 3rd and 5. BJ, pressure, throwing to an open Mike Marone in the flats, and it's going to be incomplete, and CTU has to settle for 3. So now pay attention to this sequence right here. Now they get the kickoff and the game freezes. So we're down by 2 scores and we're at the end of the first quarter. So what I decided to do is I reboot the game and I actually sim to the next quarter. Right at the end of the first quarter, I just want to resume back to what it would be at the end of one quarter. And I just decided to use Super Sim, and it ends up being that we are up by a touchdown here in this reboot game. This has never happened before. I've never had NCAA 14 really freeze on me. So this is a first for me in playing this game. So now we continue this here in the second quarter, and West Virginia down by 7. There's a throw to Eric Mills, who had a couple of big catches, and it's a first down. Presley, handoff up the middle. That one goes for a gain of 8. Looks like West Virginia's offense is picking up right where they left off. Now running the option to the right side, but another tackle in the backfield. It's Bo Rocky again. He is making a ton of big plays. 3rd and 3 now. Williams, we send 5 on this one. Throwing wide open Henderson. He's got the first down and more. Throwing the stiff arm. Run down from behind by Showcross. It's a gain of 26. And now they're inside the 10. Williams, screen pass. Tries to get rid of it, and that is going to be a big hit by Jamarcus Lexington. Incomplete. 3rd and goal now. Williams in the pocket, throws across the middle. It's Presley, and he can't get to the goal line this time. It's an excellent tackle by the Lions, and now we get them to settle for 3. So good stand on that drive. Here is BJ running the ball up the middle. Look at him staying on his feet. He is so strong when running the football. He breaks so many tackles, stays on his feet. He pushes forward on every single tackle. As now we have a 1st and 10 throw to the right side. Mike Marone going for a gain of 5, bringing it to a 2nd and 5. About 5 minutes left here in the first half. Here is Johnson. He may have missed Marone across the middle of the field. He rolls back to left side and actually tries to throw this one out of bounds, but we pump fake on accident. It's a loss of 10 yards. So that brings it to a 3rd and 15. Running Kentrell Kraft on the long jet sweep play action. Here is Johnson throwing across the middle, and he's got Brian B.J. Johnson, who drops a first down ball. That one was right in his hands. He's got to hold on to that. So 2.5 minutes to go here before halftime. Here is Williams on the option keeper. Nobody's home to the right side. Did not expect him to keep that. It's a gain of 28. He's a pocket passer. He's not supposed to run those read options like that. Nobody was home. Now they're inside the 20. Williams throwing across the middle. This is Mills again. Another first down toss for Williams to Mills, and it's going to be inside the 10 now. And now you got to figure they're going to give the ball to Presley. They don't, though. Williams keeps, runs to the right side, and stays on his feet. It's a touchdown for a gain of 7 yards. And West Virginia takes this lead with under 2 minutes to go. So about 1:45 left here in the first half. Here is B.J. Johnson. He takes it to the right side for a gain of 7. We want to use some clock, but also not give them another possession if we do turn it over here, or at least punt it away. Here's a quick throw to Kentrell. We're looking at the clock here. That's his 3rd catch of the evening so far. 3rd and 10 now. Read option out to the right side, and this is Mookie Richardson. He's got the first down off of the option pitch. Take a look at the perfect timing from B.J. Johnson on that one. Drew in 3 defenders, and it goes for a first down. Handoff this time to Jackson to the right side. And we haven't called the timeout yet. About 50 seconds to go. We get it down to 38 seconds. We get a play off here. 3rd and 6. Johnson throws deep to Mike Marone, who goes up and gets it. He's got it now inside the 5. At the 41-yard line, Mike Marone going up and being athletic on that one, and somehow holds on to it. 3 defenders around him. And now we're inside the 5. Here is a handoff, Adrian Johnson. We call our second timeout of the half. 10 seconds to go. 3rd and goal. Mookie Richardson at running back now. He gets it. And he can't get in. It's now a 4th and goal. Down by 3. 7 seconds left. Here's a quarterback. Power up the middle. It's a touchdown. We spread them out. Run up the middle with B.J. Johnson. And we score before halftime. And that will be the final score there before the end of 2 quarters. 14-10. What a game so far for CTU. So we were helped out a little bit by the reboot. I would say a little bit more than a little bit, but we're playing good football here. The first pass of the second half will be completed by Mookie Richardson. That's a gain of 15 yards and a first down. Handing the ball off this time, Adrian Johnson staying on his feet a little bit, stumbling. He picks up a gain of 4. We just need to figure out this running game. We've been incorporating Mookie Richardson in the backfield a little bit. Now that brings it to a 3rd and 6. Here he is at receiver, though, picking up a gain of 9. Good throw by Johnson. Sometimes B.J. Johnson misses those easy throws, but that one goes for a first. Jet sweep to left side. This is Kentrell Kraft with a lot of space. He tries to wait for Adrian Johnson to get that last block, but he decides to just hit it down the sideline. It's a big-time run, and now we're inside field goal range. Here is Johnson up the middle, and he gets a nice gain. A gain of 11, and we get the first down. We're inside the 5 now. B.J. Johnson on a 2nd and goal. This is a keeper again. He gets tackled at about the 3. It's a gain of 2. And now here is Johnson once again, 3rd and goal. He tries to take it up the middle again. This time he cuts back a little bit, and he will get the touchdown. It looks like the ball just crossed the plane. It's kind of hard to see on these angles, but it looks like the ball just reaches it. And I mean just reaches it. And it's now 21-10. So we start to send some pressure now to put the pressure on West Virginia. And there's Andy Williams. He was in the middle of a huge scrum in the pocket. And now that brings to a 3rd and 10, throwing deep. And that one is deflected. Bernard Benjamin playing good defense. And now CTU has possession with a chance to go up by 3 scores. Here is Johnson now moving to the right side, showing off the legs. He gets a gain of 15. Nobody was home on the quarterback spy. I'm surprised. Sometimes they do keep the quarterback contained out there. And now they send the pressure up the middle on a 2nd and 12. This is Johnson throwing to the right side, knocked out of the hands of Kentrell Kraft. That stops the clock, bringing it to a 3rd and 12. Johnson, this time they send 4. He moves to the right side, tries to stop and throw this one to Adrian Shields. 11 of 29 this game. West Virginia is playing very good defense, but we've just been making a couple of plays here and there to stop them. As now West Virginia's back on an offense. You got to think they're going to start running the ball and giving the ball to Presley. He gets it. No, this is an option keeper. He pitches it to Parker. Parker breaks a tackle, and nobody's home. Parker to the 40, to the 30. Jacob giving chase, and he will not bring him down. It's a touchdown. Wow, Jacob Henry couldn't run him down there to stop that long touchdown run. And now West Virginia is right back in this game like they ever left. 17-21 now. Here is B.J. Johnson throwing across the middle. This one's going to be caught by Kentrell Kraft for a gain of 27, his 4th catch of the game. You can see we're starting to use some clock now, as that's our goal here. We need to keep the ball out of the hands of West Virginia. That quarterback draw doesn't work. It's a loss of 4 yards. Running straight into his offensive lineman is B.J. Johnson. 2nd and long to start the 4th quarter. Johnson moves, throws that way, and it's going to be caught by Mike Marone. Gain of 20, his 4th of the game. He's got 87 yards receiving in this one. Pressure off the right edge. This one is thrown right into the blitz. Adrian Shields breaking a couple of tackles. Gain of 17. How impressive was this? Breaking 1, breaking 2, and stays on his feet. and gets another extra 4 or 5 yards. So now here we are, handoff up the middle. This is Frank Law. This is a gain of 4 yards as that brings it to the 15-yard line this time. 3rd and 4. Johnson moves back out of the pocket, throws the ball out of bounds. There were like 3 or 4 guys that were unblocked going to B.J. Johnson. He just chucks this one out of the end zone. 24-17 with about 4.5 to go. This is Kevin Presley with the handoff. As we have the touchdown lead, we look to preserve it now as they get it to the 43. Presley, big time hole up the middle. This one gets to the 50-yard line for a gain of 10 and a first down carry. So here is West Virginia now across the 50. Presley, another big run, another first down, gain of 10, and they've been running the ball with everybody well, even the pocket passer in Williams. 1st and 10, 3.5 to go. Quick throw to left side. Jacob Henry with the stop. And that's a loss of 2 yards, bringing it to a 2nd and long as they line up with trips to the right side. Williams stopped in the backfield. Jamarcus Lexington, his first tackle of the game. 3rd and long. It looks like we might send the pressure, but we ended up thinking twice about that. 3rd and 15. Williams pump fakes. And he goes down. Vincent Showcross gets in. Somehow avoids 2 blockers, even the running back who was in on the pass protection, and gets to the quarterback. And now we force the punt. 2 minutes to go. 7-point game now. We just have to run out this clock. Johnson, the first pass will be a pass play. Quick throw. It's Mike Marone. And that's a first down. That's a gutsy play call by Mo Willingham, the head coach, as he decides to throw the ball instead of running. Option play now. Here is BJ breaking a couple of tackles and gets it out to Jackson for a gain of 9. West Virginia has called 2 timeouts so far. Now a 2nd and 1. One more first down, and this should be the game as they have to burn one more. Johnson, option keeper, somehow spins forward, and it's going to be a first down, and this one will be over. West Virginia comes into our house thinking that this was going to be a cakewalk, and we get the upset narrowly by 7 points. They played all 4 quarters hard, and I guess the reboot did actually help us, but in all, it was an even game because we were up by 7. We ended up winning by 7. But wow, do we catch a lucky break or what? Now, we did resume that game. Like I said, I wanted to resume it back at the 2nd quarter, back at where we left off. I didn't really care what the score was going to be, and that's just how the game kind of ended up being. But we get the big-time win. We still had to play 3 more quarters and get that win, too. So I'm not going to discredit that at all. I mean, what a game from our defense, especially on those last couple of drives where we came up with stops. How about Bo Rocky, though? That guy was all over the field, in the backfield. Before we had the reboot, he had 2 tackles for loss. Then he came in right away with a big tackle for loss as well. Showcross had the big-time sack. We still didn't force any interceptions, but we were just all over the field. We made some plays in the backfield, a couple of actual good pass deflections as well by Bernard Benjamin, and we end up with the big-time W, upsetting top 10 West Virginia. I figured that this series is going to have a lot of weird upsets, a lot of weird games like this where our conference just beats up on each other, and I think that's how it's going to be here as West Virginia gets a loss, and we are now 2-2 in conference play. They drop all the way down to 19, and we are actually having a good turnaround season. We're at 3-5 right now with about 3 games remaining. I think this is going to be an awesome finish to the season. We have about 4 games remaining actually. And I got to give it up to our defensive line in this one. Bo Rocky has been impressive. He's got 8 tackles for loss, 2 sacks as well. We're not getting the sack total that we want, but we're getting the production stopping, some of these big plays. Maybe not the run so much because Presley was impressive, but sometimes we just get those big-time tackles that we need, and Bo Rocky is leading the way. So next episode will likely be a doubleheader. It's going to be Iowa State and BYU before our rivalry game versus Oakland College. They are 5-3 and a top 25 team as well. So we'll see what happens these last few games. We are tied with the conference, at least division lead, 2-2 in conference, but we have the worst record by far, 3-5. So we'll see how the last few games go in the conference play. Hit subscribe, hit that like button. Tell me what you guys think of the upset. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I like getting money, I got time to get it. Target on me, so my car's a tinted. Dancing with the devil, I don't bargain with it. Bobbing in the dash, and the stick is with it. And I hit the 4-5 on the west side. But I'm from the east side, this how we slide. This how we ride, yeah, this how we